tablet's a little bit behind. Hello and welcome to Schmoe. We are a European and South African based Schmoedown after show. We're doing a little bit of a thing today because I want to do the introductions. So first we have making his return to Schmoe, Liam, the former predictions champion. How are you, Liam?
I'm back. Hey, I'm good. I'm good, thanks, Ben. Been a good week. Very pleased with what's happened in the Schmoedown. We'll sure get into it later.
Right. And tied for him and having me curse him in the final minutes of being having to go perfect this week. It is Mattia. Hello, Mattia.
Hello. Hashtag blame Ben, because like 20 minutes before the pay-per-view started, he said, "Oh, you are going to have perfect week for sure." So he jinxed me. And yeah, I'm not going to forget that, Ben, just so you know.
I don't expect you to forget it. And last but very much not least, we have the queen of predictions, our current champion. Maybe we shouldn't let her on. I'm just teasing. We'll let her on.
Hello.
Hello, Teresa.
We didn't know that Ben was going to do this. I'm just going to say that he likes to surprise us and get us out of our comfort zone, so we don't know what's happening. But yeah, I'm still up 1 point, so that's great. I'm gonna enjoy it until it lasts because I don't think it will for very long. But yay! I love beating Liam.
Well done, Teresa. Well done.
Well done, yeah.
You've earned it.
Hello, everyone who joined us. Deegan, Thomas, thank you, everyone who watches from the start.
Okay, guys, I'm like so excited. Like,
yeah.
I need to
please,
discuss,
guys, can I start? Can I start, please?
Before we do that, spoiler alert, everyone. We're talking the singles title match, Marisol v Ethan. We're going full in. We can't hide it anymore. We need to talk. Matt's raring to go. The full spoilers.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
Go on, Matt. The Ethan Irwin kicker here.
I'm so happy for Marisol and for the league. I was so that happy that I wasn't even that much sad that I wasn't first in the prediction league, because I would be.
Liar, pants on fire.
No. Because if I was, I would curse Ben a lot. But I just said that he jinxed me, and that's it. Okay, I really wanted to start. Okay, I will start with our new current champion Marisol with this match. She, in my eyes, proved a lot. Not only with her knowledge that she already proved, she proved how mentally and in other aspects good of a player she is. Because in the beginning, I do think it happened what I said last week on the show, that she was a little nervous. She missed a couple of questions in the beginning and had to use the JTs to get one. I think it didn't happen because she didn't know it, because she was nervous. But man, did she bounce back from that and keep going. Didn't let that be what will define her. And that, I think, it's the making of a true champion, when you can start not that good, but you can bounce back into the win. And all props to her. She did make history. She did, as everyone's saying, became first female singles champion. But also she did became the first ever, I think, African American to win the title, period, if I'm not correct. And that's something I don't think that many people are constantly saying. Most people were saying in the group and stuff, she'll be the first singles female champion. I just want to say that also is a big thing, and the thing that she's the first. because I think that first female champion ever in any division is Mara, if I'm not mistaken.
Rachel.
No, I think it's Mara. I think Mara won
So,
in her gig.
meaning
First with
single,
individual title, but I think Cher was
Oh,
very...
okay, maybe okay. Then it's
yeah,
Rachel,
I
but
will be the first one to win,
yeah,
but then it
but
was
yeah, I think Marisol showed much more than just her trivia knowledge. She showed mental strength. She showed how to bounce back. So I was really impressed with her performance. I was scared for her. I will not lie. When the match started, I was a little scared. So she proved everyone that she has not just the trivia knowledge, but yeah, the mental capacity just to keep it up. So good on her. I'm really looking forward to see corruption that match in the next championship match, and looking forward to see how will our friend Liam pick that match. But okay, I'll just want to also give props to Ethan. He did really good. He also, I think, missed only two questions, like Marisol did. I think that they both missed only two questions, but he missed the one on the betting round. I think Ethan was really a big gentleman on this. I didn't. He really cheered her on. I do think that if he wanted to, I don't think, like, to be clear, I don't think he would got the challenge. But like strategy wise, I think that he could have challenged that question. He didn't. That was really gentlemanly of him. Something like Mike did when he played Mara as well. But I'll just say this: whoever needs to play Ethan after this, I pity that man. And I pity whoever needs to play him in any kind of championship match again, because that man on the buzzards is the machine, right? Like, I think he got four, right? He got four buzzes in this three, yeah,
three.
three two, right? But he's a machine.
But
He was,
but in what way? Like, they didn't
yeah.
even ask like more
Yeah,
than three
Yeah.
he
words
is
of
the
those
machine. So
questions.
whoever needs to play him in any kind of championship match, be sure to have really good lead before that speed round, because you are probably in trouble if you don't. And I do think he will be back next season. He was gentleman, and Marisol showed her strength, and this was a phenomenal representation of what Schmoedown is as well. Like, let's say that Mike Chandru is more representation of what character work when two heel and the face will face each other, and this was just one nice representation of what will happen when two faces, friendly competitors, play against each other. And I was really happy. I would prefer that suspects got the points instead of corruption. In just how to say it, in just if I'm just looking at the factions. But a big day for the Schmoedown as a community, and the league as well, was this Saturday. So Friday for our Americans, and for us it was a Saturday. So yeah, I'm actually really pleased. I do think that she put a lot of work in, and after I saw how she did with her mental strength, that impressed me even more than her knowledge. I do think she has a good future in the top of Schmoedown players, as we say, A plus players, and we will see what will happen next season. How good will she do? I think she will do pretty good. I'm done. So whoever wants to talk next.
Yeah, I kind of expected you will let me guys go first because I'm the only woman. But so now I want to go last so I can like close it up.
Okay.
So please give me the last place.
Then do you mind if I go next?
Please.
Okay, so I almost got emotional when she won because I did get a little
Almost, dude.
No, like I did.
Okay. Oof.
I
Okay.
I found Schmoedown when they were at Collider. That's how I got into it, and I really got into it following Clark Wolf. She was my first into the Schmoedown. I really rooted for her, and I wanted her to win the singles belt at the time. I think she had a shot against Dan Murrell, and then she ended up Rachel then became my favorite player, and then them together, Shia Wilson, my all-time favorite team, and I've always rooted for the women in Schmoedown. I love it. I think they bring so much to the league, and to finally see it actually happen in the singles title match where justice was served. I was just so pleased, and I said from the beginning of this year, Marisol was my favorite player. So I did. For me, no one better could have won the singles belt this year. I mean, I love Marisol. I think she's stormed the league since she's come in. I've been saying in her teams matches, I think she's been the star player for many of them, even when they've lost. So I don't think it could have gone to a better player. And the actual match was really exciting as well. It was topsy-turvy. As Matt alluded to at the beginning of the match, I was a little concerned. I think she was 6-9 down after round 1. And then she spun the category. I felt really confident because she's really good at her classics and she did really well. And then Ethan got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I'm thinking, oh, here we go. He's going to struggle. And then he starts banging out the answers every time.
Oh, dude, that's his slice.
That's his slice.
I just thought, even though it's like his slice, it's so like in a based on what happened with Harry Potter, like in the singles match a few weeks ago, I was like, there's gonna be a deep cut, and then there wasn't really.
Well, there was.
Well, the question, the last question
was a little tricky, like a little bit.
I think he actually knew it. I think he got confused with the wording.
Yeah,
and I just think it was like a confusing, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, it got it back in. The match was lost on the betting round, and I think that was the key. The betting round turned the match round. That was a 6-point difference then. But I have to say, Ethan absolutely destroyed Dan on the buzzers. Okay, Marisol held her own. To get 2 out of 5 against Ethan is really impressive because we saw what he did against Dan. And Dan, we know how good Dan is at Movie Trivia Schmoedown, and he completely turned the game around on that. And what she was able to do was make it so it wasn't within 5 points, which meant she could win it on a free. Which is like, if she could do that, she has an even. She may still have won on the 5, but the fact she could keep it within 6, I think it was, or 7, I can't remember exactly, but she could win on a 3, I think was really important, and it sort of lessened the pressure to have to go for that 5-pointer. We saw in another match this week where it come down to the 5-pointers, and we'll get to it, and it really upset me. But if you can make it so it's more than 5 points going to the end, you have a really good chance, and she smashed it. So I'm just really happy. I'm so excited that we have a female champion. As Matt said, I don't know what I'm going to do when she plays Chance, because I said on this show, whenever Marisol plays and whenever Chance plays, I'm going to pick them in our league. And now they're both playing, so I'm kind of at a loss. I need time to think about it. But I also really want Chance to win because I think he's probably one of the most deserving players who's never had the singles belt. But I don't want Marisol to lose it yet, so I'm in such a dilemma. But I'm really pleased because Corruption's my favourite faction as well. I still think Corruption can win the whole league this year. I think they've got a really good chance now. I mean, obviously they have the IG. They have a guaranteed singles player in Spectacular. They're going to get more points in the next round. They've got a really good team in the tournament. We'll have to see what happens. But yeah, Ben, I'll pass to you because Therese wants to go last.
All right. Well, I'm going to use my time because you guys have spoken all the things that I want to say. So I'm just going to use my time to comment on a few of the comments here. As Dagan says, this was probably my favorite moment in one of my favorite moments in Schmoedown history as well. Because, man, you say you nearly cried. I cried from the promo. When she missed her first one, I was emotional. When she uh, actually got the win, I was emotional. Oh man, it was fantastic to watch. She definitely deserves to be player. And as Thomas and Matt have alluded to, they missed 2 questions each, but it was when they missed their questions that counted. So yeah, and I'm definitely jealous of Dagan for going to New York for his to see that Chance Ellison, Marisol McKee match, and the Griffey Newms and what's his name, Josh Horowitz match
Horowitz.
as well. Yep. So, Teresa, I give up my time to you.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so I cried through the whole match, like from the beginning, from the interviews with like Janine and Jin Camp and other people and Mara, of course, through the whole promo. Like I was sobbing hysterically. Like my boyfriend was really scared of what's happening. And I was like, she's playing. This didn't happen for such a long time. And like, what if she wins? Then I cried in the first round because I was scared she's going to lose it. Then I cried in the second because it seemed like she will get it. Then I cried in the third round because she got it and Ethan didn't. Like I cried through the whole match from the beginning to the end. It like I feel really fresh now because I feel like I did a cleanse, emotional cleanse. And yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite moments in the Schmoedown history. It was epic. Marisol is such a good player, and she's so special because like her strengths are not strengths of many other people. So it's really cool to see her answer like classic questions and James Stewart and like stuff I really don't know about, but when she talks about it, I care. So maybe I'll watch it, So I'm really glad she did it. I don't want to harp on her being a woman because she was just a great player in this match. But since I'm also a woman, it meant a lot. It's such a source of inspiration. After 8 years of Schmoedown, we finally have a singles women champion.
I didn't realize
It's such
that.
a big deal, guys. And like I haven't watched all 8 seasons. I started like 6 years ago, but still. So this is so special, so special. We all know Ethan is great. Like I just want to talk about Marisol because Ethan will be back. We know he's one of the best players. That's why it means so much, because now people can say, or they are still doing it because they are jerks, but they
Really?
can say she had an easy path. They can say it, but they're jerks. It's not true. She played against someone who beat Dan Merle, and she held her own through the whole match. She was composed. She was like, her character, it's subtle, but I love it. Like I really love it. So as I always say, never underestimate the corruption. I think people will maybe finally stop doing that, or not. Is it just a trait that it happens all the time that people underestimate corruption? Because they look good right now. Like it's happening again. It's happening again. So Oof, I'm just so happy. Like I can't remember being this happy in a long time. So Lady Justice did it, and I'm so glad, and I couldn't be more proud and more happy for her. That's it.
Okay.
Yay.
I have a question now. Wait. I have a question.
Oh,
Did we
thank
say
you,
that?
Sean.
Did
Thank
we
you very
say
much.
that our final point will be point in the prediction league will be, because in the beginning of the year we did predict which faction will win the whole thing, right?
Well, we
Did we
did.
say?
You
I
guys
said
said that was
corruption.
just for fun.
I
Like,
said corruption, right?
I don't.
And
I said
Okay.
corruption.
you picked dungeon, and I think Ben picked corruption as well.
Yeah, but then we did another thing, and we picked managers of that. So I don't know. We
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
clear that
Okay,
out. Yeah.
I don't know. I just wanted to say, I think Deegan said it. Lightning Time versus Shazam will be such a crazy match because I forgot that we will have speed round as well in that match as well. And now I don't know who I'm picking now because I'm scared because of that. And yeah, just wanted to acknowledge that because I saw it on the comments and I said, oh yeah, Shazam Lightning Time will be crazy. And I just wanted to touch on what you said, Teresa, because I'm not, I didn't see that people were just saying like that Marisol had an easy path and stuff like that. I don't
There
get
are some.
how people don't get the girl had to play her first live match in front of the live crowd for the championship against Ethan Irvin. If she played only that for the champion and no one else, that's hard enough for someone who never played live. If she didn't have to beat anyone else, if you had to play your first live match for the championship in front of many people because it was like a thing that people buy tickets for, and it was Ethan Irvin. Come on, guys, that's hard enough on its own without trivia, without knowledge. Uh, I was the first one who thought he because of that couldn't do it, not because of her knowledge, because I think it would be too stressful for her. But she showed her mental capacity. Just give her props. Say good job and good. We have something that everyone wanted. Give the girl her props and stop.
Yeah, and on top of that, like I was so scared for her after I saw that they did the interviews. Like it was even more pressure, and it was obvious from the whole atmosphere. Like everyone wanted Marisol to win. Everyone wanted it. Like it's like they cheered for Ethan, but this was a historic moment that could happen in that situation, and they put all that additional pressure on her. I was like, damn it! Now if she loses, she will know that like everyone wanted this. So I'm so glad she won.
And I'm
so glad she won and yeah. And it wasn't like a close win. She won.
I love that Ethan didn't challenge because I was sure Sam is going to challenge that question, but I'm happy he didn't. I don't think he will get. I don't think he would get the challenge.
That's
but
why he said he didn't know the answer. Like he said he wouldn't get to the answer. So he's a fair man.
Fair player,
and he said he wouldn't be able to get to that answer, so he didn't want to do it. And I think that's fair. I do understand like Sam's need to challenge because that's an important match. It's a lot of points. You want to go for a player, but I'm glad
I'm happy for it, right?
to Ethan.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was beautiful and
fantastic, as Thomas said.
Yes.
Are we going to the second match?
And Shannon being like all rice. That was awesome, right? Like, oh, okay. I was just geeking out. I could talk about this match.
She like really suits like a live crowd as well. Like as you said, she's a bit understated, but it works so well. She like worked the crowd with Shannon really well. Like New York is going to be crazy. I'm so jealous. Dagon, who's watching today, is going, and I'm so jealous of you that you get to go. That's going to be such an amazing event. Oh God. Please come to London. Please come to London.
Please do it. Please come soon. We need it.
London. Oh, Marisol will be down in London. That's the dream. Come on. One day. If we keep saying it, it will happen.
It will happen. You're right.
Exactly.
Sure.
Exactly.
I'm sure. Mm-hmm.
So I guess we should move on.
That will be fun. That will be fun to see who would Teresa pick in that one, right?
Oh, I don't know. I don't
too
care.
Much stress to put her under.
Okay, guys, let's go to the second one.
So let's start with the week of singles matches in the tournament then. So it started off with we had Peggy Gubbins against Adam Collins, and I think it went the way most people predicted. I think we all picked Collins in our prediction league. I'm really pleased actually that Adam has got a win because he's had a really rough year in singles, and I don't think it's fairly represented how good he is as a player. I'm sad because he's against Peggy, and I really like Peggy as well. But I'm pleased that he's at least got one singles win this year, because I think if he had gone from his amazing tournament run last year to just no wins at all in singles, that would have been quite a drastic difference from his first to second year. So I'm pleased for Collins, and as I said, Corruption is my favorite faction. I honestly, I don't know if I can see him going the full way again. I think that's going to be a really mammoth task, which I don't know. He's capable, but I don't think that's going to happen.
But he's in the quarter of death.
Yeah, exactly,
so...
exactly. Like if he gets through that, then he's definitely earned it, because that is absolutely crazy.
That's like just winning the whole thing.
Yeah, whoever wins, whoever comes on top in that quarter deserves to win the whole tournament. Sorry to Dan and Bateman and everyone else and Bibbs. If Kid, I think it will be Kid. If Kid comes out of that quarter, he deserves to win. He really deserves to win.
Yeah, I have to agree. And we'll get to Kid because I'm still a bit hurt about that one, but we'll get there. So, I mean, you know, there is one I have to mention, and I know I'm always the one to mention the challenge. Oh God, it really frustrated me. It really frustrated me. Okay, I don't agree. I don't agree with the ruling. The problem is with it is it's been so inconsistent throughout the year. And the same thing happened with the Drew McGreeny match. And I didn't agree with it then. I was very clear about that on this show, that I thought that was a terrible ruling. And I thought they had sort of agreed that wouldn't happen again. And then it happened again. I just don't get it. And I can understand what she did, because the question, I did the exact same thing and said Fatal Attraction. And then I went, wait, no, it's the wrong one. It's Basic Instinct. I did the exact same thing she did, but she said Fatal Attraction, and it was quite a while until she corrected herself. I don't know. It's not Peggy's fault, and I understand why they ruled it that way, because it had happened before. But I really think they need to clarify that benefit of the doubt rule and the final answer rule, because sometimes you have to say it, sometimes you don't have to say it. It seems like you only have to say it in teams. Like most singles matches, they just say the answer and then they accept it. And now it's like you can do final answer. And I know there's more to the match than that, but I think it's worth mentioning because it's come up a few times now. I'm just pleased that every time it's happened, apart from the Barbarian Drew match where it did have an effect, because we saw it in the page with the Don't Mess With Soham thing as well. Slightly different to that, but it hasn't affected the end result, because I don't think it would have mattered in the end had it have been ruled either way. It needs to be clarified, I think, because it's frustrating for me. And I know I do so much. I don't want to moan. I just don't think it's fair that it's one rule in one match and it's different in another match. And I wasn't on last week, so I didn't get to talk about Raya the Last Dragon, which was ruled as correct. And I could not believe it, because Raya's not the Last Dragon. It's Raya and the Last Dragon. That's a completely different meaning of the title. So it's just very inconsistent. But that's my piece. I've said it. Someone else, please take over.
Well, I will say this. Match went similarly like I expected. And I really don't have much to say about the match. I did predict in my mind that we will mostly probably talk about that challenge. I'll just say I agree with what Shug said last week. I think that benefit of the doubt should only be in the second and the third round. And in the first round, if you write it correctly and you say it wrong, then it's okay. But if you say it and write it incorrectly, then it's not correct. And I agree with Shug on that. I do also don't like the consistency of that rule, and I think that rule made them a lot of problems this season. And Collins looked really good. Collins looked like the old Collins. Maybe the tournament season is Collins's thing. what he does best. When because some people are like I know, because when I study like the college thing, I am the one that prefers that all the exams are like near each other. So my brain is in the study mode, like 3 weeks of intense studying and just studying, and it's good. I maybe something like that. It's Collins as well. Maybe he does best if he needs to study, and he brains works best that way. And I'm sad for Dan. I will say this in this match, because now they are out. They really need a good showing. They really need a good showing in Star Wars and teams, because they are out of the biggest tournament of the season in the first round, and that sucks for them, really. So they need a good showing in remaining, because they did have a good showing in Inner Geekdom with Saul, but they need a good showing in remaining two tournaments. They really need it, because the factions that are near them probably will have good showing in singles. So yeah, I think they need it. That's it for me for this match. Teresa?
Can I just ask a quick question before we go to Teresa? Leo Logan said that he would have given Peggy another question. What do you think about that?
I would like that better. I was thinking the same thing, because she started correcting herself in the 1 second. If we're going like with the rule book, and that's why we have the rule book, she started correcting herself in 1 second. So, and since like if we take the Drew McQueen image as a precedence, it's really murky. So I really didn't know what's fair, because it was already done once, and I think she did it better than Drew. I think she had I think Drew was the one who really shouldn't get the point. So I was thinking maybe at least give her another question. Just don't give her the points right away. Yeah, I would like that better.
I agree as well, actually.
That wouldn't bother me as much. Yeah. Ben, do you like it?
No. Carry on. I like that idea better as well, but carry on with your commentary on the match.
Yeah, so it went pretty much as we expected. I was rooting a little bit for Peggy. A little bit. I was rooting a lot for Peggy because, like Matt said already, Dan is now out, and I get why people who were picked, but I actually think like maybe Preston would be able to beat Dan, and that like when we saw the Just Slow match. He didn't play his best, so like so I'm still like, oh, why isn't Preston in this tournament? Why isn't he not? He could have done it.
Ben,
and Ben, yeah, I think both of them would have a bigger chance, but on the other hand, I understand that like the next season looks like Ben Goddard and Paul Preston will have their place in the movie trivia Schmoe next season. That's for sure. I hope Peggy and Jess will too. But you want to give them the opportunity. Yeah. So that's like, and I really, really like Peggy. And I think if she got the right set of questions, she could have done it. Like it's not impossible, but it was a big task for a rookie in her third match to play against Adam Collins in the first round of the tournament. She was like set up to fail. So, and that's what happened. And I'm sorry, because I really like Peggy. I like her story, and I think she's going to be great next year. I know she studies really hard. I know she really tries to be her best self in the Schmoedown. So I think next season we will see a different Peggy. I think she will be even better than she was. And I'm also like, this was one of those matches I didn't want Peggy to lose, but I also didn't want Adam to lose again, because like Liam said, he didn't have the best season and he's great. So this was one of those I didn't want anyone to lose in this match. About the challenge, yeah, we talked about it a lot last week. I don't know anymore. I'm just like, I know, like the benefit of the doubt rule, I think was a great idea, but is so misused.
Yeah.
So misused. Like that's not what it's for. I like I said, I actually think this was better than what Drew McQueenie did. Because if they didn't, like, she started immediately. She was like, "Wait, no, no." And she was like, she started correcting herself. She didn't say final answer. She was within 1 second. So I kind of understand. But on the other hand, they did say incorrect in that time, which I don't think they should have done if they wanted to avoid. Like, it's so murky. I just don't know. Like,
Yeah, it's
like we
murky.
said,
Guys,
I okay.
wait, no, finish. Sorry.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where I'm like, yeah, well, they now are damned if they do it. They're damned if they don't. Like, it's, I don't know what's right. I just, like, everyone keeps saying, I just want consistency. Just give me consistency. Like, I don't care what will happen. Just just consistency. That's it. That's all I care about in these challenges.
Yeah.
I hope it's revised for next year. I also understand it's really hard to do in the middle of the season. And they, like Liam said, they do so much this year. So it's understandable. It's just frustrating that it keeps happening like every week now. So
Yeah.
yes.
What do you think about this one? Like, final answer. Just to say to people, just say final answer when you're answering.
I don't like it, honestly. I think it takes too long. I get it for teams because you have to
Yeah.
sort of, especially on digitally with teams, because obviously you have to like confer and things. But honestly, if it's saying final every single time, like, I just think it's going to get a bit grating. Like, and it would make those matches
but
even
we're
longer.
there's less digital matches now, so maybe it wouldn't, like, maybe just for the end of the season. I don't know. I also wanted to I know Thomas asked, do you guys think that Ellison is now the best singles player without the belt? Do you? I have him and Meyer without, like, the singles belt.
I
have
say
him
I
and
think
Meyer
for
together.
me it's still chance. I think he's a little. He showed me a little more than Meyer in singles division. Just to be clear, a little more. So
This
for
year,
me,
this year,
for
last
me,
year.
yeah, for me by this much is chance, but it is
Yeah,
Kid
okay.
and chance for me, and then after that Janine. But those two for me.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
Janine, I was thinking as
Janine,
well.
yes.
Janine is
Mhm.
third for me. Janine is third for me, but those two are for me top two, right?
I know he's just retired, but did Jeff ever get singles?
No,
No.
unfortunately, Jeff never
He would
did.
have been up there for me had he not retired as well.
If he did, he would cemented himself in the
He
Rushmore.
had a shot,
of
didn't he?
Schmoe.
But he didn't win.
Yeah, he did against Toyama.
Yeah. I remember.
And he did have a shot against Dan this year. He just never takes the
No,
shot.
that was.
I mean,
That
was
was
a
for
number
number one
one.
contenders.
Yeah,
but
for number one
but
contenders.
let's just say he had a lot of opportunities to get it.
Yeah, he did.
He was just always better in teams. Yeah.
Okay. I guess that makes it. That's the end for that one.
Wait, did Ben?
Oh, sorry,
talk
Ben.
about it?
No, we didn't, but we can move on.
Sorry, Ben.
We're kind of running out of time. That's fine.
Ben, tell us your thoughts. We want to know. We want to know.
Okay. Look, I think it ended in a TKO, right? Am I right about that? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I know everyone says that it's gone exactly the way that they thought that it would. That I did not expect to happen. I did not expect it to be a KO or a TKO.
I kind of
I
forgot
expected
it was.
Adam Collins to win, but I expected her to take him to his 5 at the least. She did play very, very well. I get the controversy for the challenge, but for me, she corrected herself. She realized her mistake and corrected herself. I know that a lot of people are like, no, she had to give the right answer. But hey, I mean, that for me is fair enough. So, look, it wasn't like with Drew McQueenie where we all said, oh, it was a few seconds. It was, she went fatal attraction, oh no, wait, and tried to correct herself. She was within the 15 seconds. So for me, it's like, okay, you're thinking out loud. If you were in a team, you would think out loud with that. So why can't you think out loud?
Oh no! Oh no! Right in the middle of a different
I just like
opinion, but
J-Way.
yeah, we know. Yeah, we know, Jay.
I'm
we
with
know,
you. Like, I'm the same.
and I
Um,
get it. I get it.
I will say, I will say with this one, like, I don't put any of this on Peggy. I think she was really
Yeah.
honest, and I don't think, honestly, I don't think she was like trying to get the challenge to happen. I think she was happy with whatever. I don't think it's her fault at all. I really don't. I just think
Yeah,
it's
well,
like the ruling.
It's not, because she didn't even she didn't do anything. She said what she said, and then they gave it to her, and then
Yeah, exactly.
Adam
I
challenged,
don't
which
put,
I also
like,
get. Yeah.
I don't put any of it on her directly.
No.
Oh no, we've lost Ben.
Yeah.
So
But like I actually agree with what Ben said. Like, we can have a nice discussion about it. I get that point, but then just still consistency. This is going to be a word of the year in Schmoedown.
Yeah. Thank you, Thomas.
Yes.
And Teresa.
Maybe let's go to the other match and see if
we
Ben
start,
shows up and
hopefully
wants to talk about it more.
Ben can come in.
We have Barbaric Christmas.
Barbarian Double Day. This was a really interesting one because this was announced during the week, so I didn't get to predict it on the show because it was a bit of a late announcement. And Teresa was in the lead at that point, so she has to pick first. And what I said was, whoever you don't pick, I'm going to pick. And you went with Deralde. I was really surprised by it. I thought you were going to go Barbarian. And I would have gone Deralde had you picked Barbarian, because I had it at like 51-49.
And if I knew before we picked, I might not, like, you said it to me right after I picked. Dude, that was mean.
Well, that's the joys of having the lead, okay? Like, there's a lot of pressure that comes with it. But yeah, I was a little surprised. I thought it would be closer. And I think the big swing happened with the Tom Hanks hologram for the king, or a hologram for a king. The actual title is so, like, I knew it, but I didn't know the exact wording myself. I knew it was something like a hologram for the king, and I think he said the king's hologram. So he clearly had it in his brain. He just couldn't pull it the correct way. And then Barbarian did, and I think that was when the match was lost, to be honest. It was too much of a swing to come back from. Yeah, it was a big gaffe, but I think he thought that was the answer. I don't think it was like he had to go to multiple choice. He seemed pretty confident in it, and I think it was just really unlucky because he clearly
and it's such a weird name. So
yeah, and the film's like, I thought the film was dreadful, so I don't blame him for not remembering it very well. But I think it was just really unlucky. But I'm really happy actually Barbarian won, because I'm still not over what happened in the Drew McQueenie match. I was so annoyed about that, and I'm like, finally he gets the win, because he should have won that match. So I'm really pleased he's won. Like, he's had a rough year. He didn't win an IG, and then he had that Drew match, and he is a great player. So I'm happy he has a win under his belt. I think he might be the one to get out of that bracket of death. I think it's his time. I think
against Collins, Oyama, and Mayo. Wow. Okay.
Okay. I'll say this: if he beats Oyama, Collins, and Meyer, and then beats Dan, and then goes to the Spectacular and wins the Spectacular, he has legit case of being the player of the year. If he beats all these people, he has legit case in my eyes. Like, I am not saying he will be. I'm just saying he will have a legit case. If you beat Oyama, then Kid and Collins, and then whoever is on the other side of the bracket, and then goes to the Spectacular, dude. I'm not that bold to say something like that, but
whoever comes out of that bracket
like
death,
anyone
has the potential.
Yeah, but anyone who will win this tournament has a case, because that's so many matches.
Yeah.
Like, you have to go like 7-0. I don't know, but it's
that's
a lot,
especially hard. That part is like, when you see the names, you have to beat. That's why.
Yeah, the
Okay.
one thing is, there's too many players that have a case for Player of the Year right now.
Yeah.
I have like 5 at least right now, and then add someone will win
Yeah.
the singles tournament. I think
For
that,
me,
that won't
for
be
me,
decided until Spectacular.
for me right now, it's still Mike. For me,
Mike.
just for me, but okay.
It's Marisol
Yeah.
for me. Gotta be honest. And if Deception wins, then she.
Okay, if Deception
she's
Deception
player
wins, if Deception wins, yeah. But for me, with what Mike did, defended the title, and won the title from Mara, and he did have pretty okay year in teams, not the best, like, but they did beat like Danger Zone, who won the tournament. So yeah,
Also, Andrew Di Milanta should be in the picture. I know
Yeah.
he's just lost. But
Yeah,
to
and
beat-
Harper.
and Harper
I
as
have
well,
both of
who
them
is
up there.
undefeated. Who is undefeated in hard division. Yeah.
And let's say that Gold Leader wins the second tournament and then beats Harper at Spectacular, then you
Then
have
Gold
to
Leader,
have him because he
right.
will be like
I-
9-1.
A
So,
Star Wars player won't win Player of the Year though. Like it's not going to happen.
Well,
I wouldn't be so sure
And-
because I might be voting for a Star Wars player. Like
Yeah,
I don't know.
I was
I would
thinking-
definitely give it to Harper right now.
Like personally, I think it's fair, and I think if Harper like defends till I think he should, but I don't think it will happen. That's what I'm saying. I don't
If
think
Harper
he will
is
fight.
undefeated in the end, if Mike and Harper are undefeated in their respective divisions until the end of the year, it's between those two players, in my eyes.
Unless
I don't
there's a
think we
person
can
who
say,
wins
yeah.
like both tournaments, like I don't.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah,
yeah, that's
Let's go back
We
to the
can't.
match because otherwise
We
we would
can't.
debate this for the rest of the show.
Uh,
Ben, what were your thoughts on Barbarian Duralde? Because you didn't get to speak last time.
Yeah. So this was an interesting match. I was pulling for Duralde all the way, as I think Teresa was as well.
Yep,
So yeah, I was hoping he would win because after Peggy was out, I was hoping he would at least pull the dent in at least one more round. But yeah, look, the most interesting question for me coming out of this match is what do you guys think of Barbarian's comments about Ayama being the most overrated player?
I think it's
I
a
think
work. It's a work.
I know it's a work. I know it's a work, but I'm saying, like, I know
I don't
he's trying
agree
to, like,
respectfully.
Yeah.
yeah.
I like it. I
I
think
think
it builds up
Ayama
momentum.
is one of the best players we have. So yeah, but
I don't agree with it, but I liked it.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. That's true. It was.
I was more
a
asking
nice
with,
jab.
do you agree with that more than do you think it was good or bad or anything? I liked it. Don't get me wrong, I liked it.
I don't agree,
but
but I
yeah.
don't think it's like as ridiculous as like when Jeff kept saying that Dan is not the GOAT, or like I don't think it's like I get that point, but I don't agree because every rookie who comes into the Schmoe has an opportunity to have an easy path. If Barbarian kept winning last year, he could have had an easy path to the belt,
Yeah.
but he didn't, and Oyama did, and he used his shot. So I don't think he had it any easier than anyone else. I think he's a tremendous player, but I also like sassy Barbarian, so I loved it.
He looks back to his best for me, Barbarian. I think he's looking strong.
And
Yeah.
Elvis is so dashing.
Yeah.
Looks better every single time.
Well,
Ben, did you? Was that it from you, or do you want to say something else about the match?
Not about this match. It went pretty much how I thought it would go, even though I picked her all day now thing. I went with my heart, but yeah, I thought Barbarian would win. So yeah.
yeah.
Matt?
There's
But
just
then
one thing that I want to comment on that Matt said earlier. Sorry.
Yeah.
Where he said that Collins is best in tournament season. And for me, that is I think the reason for that is, like he said, when he lost to JTE, he doesn't have those gaps between when he plays. It's just match after match. You have maybe 1 or 2 weeks, and then it's a match. That was about the only thing that I really wanted to comment on. I think we can move on to the last match if everyone else has
Wait,
spoken about that.
can I
Matt
just
hasn't
talk?
yet.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Yeah,
Okay.
not this Teresa.
Sorry,
So
I came in through. Sorry.
yeah.
It's okay.
I just wanted. I think I'm the only one who actually rooted for Barbarian. Maybe I didn't know if Liam rooted for him or not. But I rooted for. I did because
to be honest.
okay, we were saying before like who is the most deserving, but who because it's a lot because those players a lot are mostly in the league like for a long time. But when you hear from all the people how much Barbarian does for people and stuff like that, I always want him like to do good. I was sad when I saw that he wasn't in the teams tournament for exchange as well. Like I want Barbarian to do good because he does so much for other people, and he's so unlucky in a lot of his matches. Like when he lost against
True.
who did he play? Drew, right?
Drew.
Yeah, he
Oh,
would
second
have
start.
if he knew that 5-pointer, he would be the new like holder for the most points scored in a match. That is not the championship one. So he is unlucky a little. So I really am happy for him, and I wouldn't mind, to be honest, if he did go through, because Oyama does have that title shot in the bag. So I wouldn't mind if Barbarian actually got his chance, because I also with all he does for other people and what he did last year. We heard one of two of the best players, Bateman and Dan, singing his praise all last year. So I really think he deserves it. I think it's because of him that many rookies in exchange got their chances to play, like King Khan and Gold Leader. I don't know if people would actually draft Gold Leader that early or draft him, because to be honest I didn't see that much love for him in the group and stuff like that when he did his promos. I loved them, but I wasn't sure, but he did I think so much for the league, for the rookies, and for his factions in both years that I am so happy if he gets his chance. I will not mind if Barbarian does well in this tournament, and I do think, like Liam said, that he's in his groove now, and maybe it's his time to show what he really can do. Because I know that Ethan said that Barbarian is a one scary dude when Barbarian came into the league. So we also need to don't forget that he was emotionally a little distraught. Like this, he had a pretty bad emotional year last year. So maybe he's a little better now and can focus more. So yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mind Barbarian winning like this whole week, except the PPV were like always two people who didn't have the best season, and so you don't want. Well, they're all they didn't play this season yet, but you know what I mean. Like people who both would need to win, if in ideal case. So this was another one of those, because I think Geralde is a good player and he has a lot of knowledge. I was worried that it will have something like him not knowing the rules could hinder him, but I think this is the first match where he didn't ask for multiple choice in the third round, so I'm going to comment Kate on that. I think he finally has a manager who will in the match let him know this is what you need to do. Like, I don't need every one of the players to know everything about the game. I understand it's just a fun match for you, but he's been here for years, so sometimes it frustrates me when a player who's been in the Schmoe for years doesn't know that you don't ask for multiple choice in the third round. So I'm glad it didn't happen in this match, and that's not why he lost. And I was rooting for him more than for Barbarian, but it's so close. I wanted both of them to win. Barbarian, like Matt said, he deserves everything. He's such a big part of this community. He's such a big part of why the exchange is successful. He's a trainer there. He's probably a manager there, but we just don't say it. And also agreed with the shout out to Taylor Robinson. I really liked her as a manager. I do like this rotating manager thing that is happening when the managers can't manage their team. I think now it's much more defined. Now the people know that they might manage, and it's much better than it was in the beginning of the season. So I'm glad about it, and I was really happy to see Taylor in any capacity on the screen. So that made me really happy, and I'm glad Barbarian won. I'm not sure. It's the same as I said with this week and the regular matches. It's the same with the Quadrant of Death. There are so many talented people, but all of them not the greatest season for them. Like Meyer, he only had one match before, but he lost that match to Chance. Collins, a few losses. Barbarian, he had a loss, and Oyama also the same story. So,
but I don't think you can say that Kid had a not that great of a season with winning the team.
I mean
belt
in singles. Oh no.
Yeah.
In teams, of course, yes, they are so dominant. I didn't mean it that way. And he only had one match for I think in regular season, Meyer would have another match before the tournament. But so many people in the league now, so it didn't happen. But yeah, of course, he had a great season. I just mean in singles. Like we keep calling it the Quadrant of Death, but if you look at this year records for those people in singles, they are all struggling a little bit. So we'll see who will come out on top.
Guess that wraps up that match.
Yeah.
One more to talk about. I'm still heartbroken.
I missed an opportunity here. I should have called it Jillian versus Brandon Hanna, but yeah.
Oh man, that was the best thing ever. Oh,
I'm glad you brought that up because I'd forgotten, and you've just reminded me that was one of the best bits of the match.
Yes. And I wanted to write it down so I don't forget to talk about it. And I also forgot. Thank you, Ben. Thank you.
I'd like to start with this one, please, if that's okay.
The comment, I was like, okay, so it's going to be rivalry of the year.
Yeah. So I was lone wolf. I picked Jacoby, and I think. Sorry, I'm just struggling. I was during the match. I was getting really confident. It started so well. He was. Why did you do that to me? That's just cruel. That is just absolute cruelty. Okay, there's two things I want to really talk about in this match. Even though I'm pleased, I like Brandon. I just had a feeling Jacoby would pull it through, but there was a really, really smart bit of gameplay which happened from Brendan. And it was so Jacoby, they were level after round one. Jacoby has a perfect round two, and then it comes to Brendan and he's doing really well. And his final question, he doesn't know the answer. He realizes if he drops the multiple choice, even if he gets it right, he's going to be 1 point behind. So he has an option. He can go for it, knowing the worst that can happen is that it's a 4 point deficit. If he gets it wrong and it's stolen, which is under 5, or he can go to multiple choice and make it 1. And I think what was really smart was he didn't know the answer, but it was worth having a guess because it's a color. Like it's worth guessing. And it was such smart gameplay. We saw the exact same thing kind of happen in Paul Oyama's match against Ethan like a few weeks ago, where he was in this. He didn't go for it, went to multiple choice, and then he never got a chance to come back. And I have to admire that. I thought it was really smart. And then it ended up going down to the 5 pointers. So, and if you can pull your get 10 points in round 3, which is difficult, but Brendan is capable. you never know what's going to happen with the 5. So
Mm.
I have to respect the gameplay. I just thought it was really smart because there's no point. He probably knew it's not worth going down to multiple choice and being 1 behind. It's worth taking the risk potentially to go down to 4. And I mean, Jacoby missed his 3 in the end, but if he had hit it, he would have still lost because he couldn't pull the 5. So, like, I just have to give respect to Brendan for the gameplay, and he's obviously like one of the best at that. And I think he probably learned from what happened in that poor Yama Ethan Owen match. I will say, like, I thought Jacoby's 5 was a really difficult 5. I that's just my take, but I know Matt, you said you knew it when I messaged you, so I guess it's obviously subjective. I was disappointed because I
did watch that. I watched that. That's the only reason.
Okay,
Like,
okay, but I just wanted Jacoby to do it because Stars are really struggling, and I think he's probably one of their star players at the moment in that tournament. I wanted it for them because they've lost Jeff, they've lost Mark. It's been really tough for them, and I got Janine, who's still in it. I'm really pleased. But yeah, I just thought he could do it, and he's really handsome, and I didn't realize until seeing him in this match. I just had to point that out.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I couldn't not mention it. Could not mention it. But well done, Brendan. Like, I have not picked you in any of your singles matches, and it almost worked for me again, but you proved me wrong. So well done, sir. Well done. Okay, I'm over it now. Someone else take
I don't
over.
think you've even picked him in teams matches. I think you've not picked him once this year.
I definitely picked Shazam for a match, but I didn't against Corruption, and that almost paid off as well, but didn't.
It almost did.
Yeah, but close, but no cigar.
Okay, so
Teresa.
okay, yeah. So as we all know, the Tenderoni is one of my absolute favorite players. So I was really distressed for the first 2 rounds. I was like, oh man, oh no, what's going on? He might not win this. And I really think Jacoby might have been a better player in that match. Like, I think he was the one who played, like, not a better player, like, in general, but he had a better match. Just the 2 questions he missed, unfortunately, were the 2 biggest questions in the end. So, yeah, I can not be happy because it's the kid. And I really wanted this win for him, and I really want him to have the belt as soon as he can. So I just want him to go through this whole thing. But I think Jacoby again proved how good he is. This man will have a hell of a season next year. And it was such a good match. But yeah, Kid struggled. He struggled. And I hope he won't in his next match because it's against Adam Collins, and I want him to do it. I want him to win the Quadrant of Death. I want it for him. So I'm a little scared, but I hope it was just jitters, and it was just wrong questions for him that day, and it won't happen again in his next match. And I also really want to talk about Jill being so good on the mic. Like, she's starting to get to the top of interviewers for me. She's just, especially in the live setting, it feels like she's just so good at the comebacks with the competitors. She's just so funny, and I love it, and I love her. And this one with Brandon Hanna was like the high point of this match. So yes. And another thing I want to talk about is that I think, like, low-key, Meyer is one of the best strategists we have. I think that's like his thing. That's why he loves Schmoe so much. Not only because of the movies, but because he loves the game and the process and everything that goes into it. And you could see it in this match. I think it was really smart to go for the color, to just pick, because what are the chances? Like, yeah, I think it was really smart. So yeah, that's it. So glad for the kid, and I hope he goes through. Who wants to talk next? Matt?
I didn't. I think I'm the only one. I'm not sure if Ben talked, but I
No.
didn't.
Yes.
So this match was nerve-wracking for me because, as we said, Jacoby played really well. Stars needed it. I was rooting for the kid because my big prediction by my feeling. I'm not saying that I'm gonna pick, but my prediction was that we will have Shazam finals in the end. That's just my gut feeling. I'm
Sounds
saying it,
delicious.
I'm not saying that will happen. Just my gut feeling. We will have Shazam final in the end. That I think because of that, Quirky Mercs will be the winners of the race. But we will see what will happen. Kid didn't have his best performance ever. Let's be fair. Now we will have Collins. Now we will have Collins Meyer too, if I'm correct. That first time it went to sudden death. So it will be interesting to say at least. And it's a 50-50. I'll be honest. I will pick probably the one. If I'm like the second or third, I will probably pick the one that person who is above me want. I'm not gonna lie even because I don't know who I'm picking in that. But also the kid is great and Jacoby did well, but I'm sad for Stars as well. They don't have anyone like they have Janine who that's the last one, and I don't know. Did Swag have Oyama? Does
Lon
Swag
Harris.
and Lon Harris? Yeah. So it's like they need to play Dan Merle. Like Janine will have to probably play Dan Merle or Lon Harris. So that wouldn't be too easy, unfortunately. But yeah, Jacoby did phenomenal, and I think he with this performance really cemented his place in this league. If someone wasn't sure, I think he cemented his place in this league with this performance. I think he will be back next season. I'm happy that Kid won. We were on needles for many weeks because that match should have happened I think 2 weeks ago. Then it should last week and then this week, and we had that prediction locked in for quite a long time. So yeah, all the things as you said that surrounded the match was great, and yeah, that's it for me.
I just wanted to say what I'm glad about is that Jacoby still is in the teams tournament and Geralda still is in the teams tournament. So we will see both of them again. And just the random thing, are you also excited about the Collins Merle exhibition? Like that was so good, such a good scene. I'm really excited.
Yeah, that was fun.
I'm just remembering stuff now that I wanted to talk about in other things. Sorry, Ben. What do you think about this match?
That was going to be something that I was going to mention as well. The watching kind of the furthering of the story between the factions, the rumblings in the dungeon. That's kind of awesome. Then Collins versus Dan Merle for a third time, but this time it's an exhibition match. Sounds awesome. I can't wait to watch that. And then the best part of that whole thing was Jillian putting the smack down on Brandon Hanna. So yeah, but I love Jacoby in his promo. I know we're not doing promo of the week, but I think we're all going to pick the same. So I'm going to say it here. The pro when he says, "Oh, I have to be a heel because I faced all these heels," and then he says, and he does all the checklists of being a heel, and then he goes, "And who am I playing? Oh, damn!" So yeah, that was kind of awesome to see. He's brilliant in promos. He's one of the best talkers in this league. I love him. So yeah, I think we'll see him next year. I don't doubt it. So yeah, and he said he needs a belt because his wife was upset with him for coming away from Las Vegas without a belt. So
He'll be back.
He'll be back.
he'll be back.
He'll be
He's
back
one of the
in
rookies.
the tournament
I'm
very
damn sure
soon.
we'll see it
So-
again.
I'll,
Yeah.
I'll just say that I don't know why they did Dan versus Collins exhibition now, because there is a chance we will have Dan Collins semifinals
Oh,
in the tournament.
I actually think what we saw kind of happened. I think Lon is sick. He should have played Dan in one of the live matches, and he's not feeling well. But they didn't want Dan to travel for nothing. They didn't have enough exhibition this year
Yeah, probably.
that they promised us. Collins was there, and it's like a fun part of the story. They could do this scene. But I don't know. I wasn't there, so like that's a speculation. But I think that's actually what
that
happened
sounds
because
right.
because Lon was supposed to play Dan in the live in the cantina.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
Promo of the week.
I was asked about something, but I don't think we have the time, so I'm just gonna move on.
I'll
If
just
you want
say.
to ask the question. If you
I
have it
just
prepared.
wanted to quickly say on the promo of the week. I wanted to talk to my second one, and that was what Ben said. I really wanted to give the props to that promo because I know that everyone will talk about Marisol and Dayton. That promo was awesome. It was the best promo of the week. But the Friday's promo of Jacoby and the kid was so wholesome and so nice and so great that I really wanted to give props to that promo as well on our show. So I'll say that was my quick promo of the week that I will talk about. All the things that Ben already said, the checklist for the heel and kids' wholesomeness as always made my day. So that's let's just say that's my promo of the week. Just to give it props because I think it does deserve it. Because I think that every time when we have like pay-per-view, that will probably be the promo of the week because it is longer on pay-per-views and stuff like that. So I just wanted to give one of the regular week matches promos his due because it is one of the best regular weeks promos of the year for me. So yeah, that's it.
Cool.
Yeah, Ben.
It's got to be the pay-per-view match after Matt giving the props to the Maya match. Yeah. Look, from the moment we saw Marisol do her promo, I just got emotional. Then you watch all the little clips of her other promos where she does the jump on the jumping castle, or not. Sorry, Jungle Gym. That was fantastic. All those little clips of her old promos, and then Ethan Irwin giving her props and her just like saying what she's been through, how she crushed the machine and made video drew 2 words. It was fantastic and made me emotional from word one. So yeah, you guys.
Go for it.
Yeah, obviously it's Marisol. Ethan, I just really love seeing history.
Even more surprised that you picked it.
What? You thought I was gonna pick Peggy, and anyway, no, it was just like the history of the women in the league, and then culminating into Marisol was just done so well. Like, and that built up the match so well, and like that started the emotion train. And because that's how, as I said earlier, that's how I got into the league, was through Clark and then Rachel. And so to see how the precedent set by them to now be carried forward and what happened in the match, spotless.
Yeah. So I knew that this would be one of the biggest matches that I care most about with Marisol, but this week was just full of great promos. So every match I was like, okay, so Adam Collins, I honestly, he's one of my favorite people doing promos. Like with the coyote, with like his Joker smile. Like I love him in the promos. So when his match happened, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do a shout out to this promo. And then we got the Duralde's match, and Nerd Chronic just cut it like perfectly with the one sentence from Duralde and then the holiday music. And I was like, okay, so maybe I'll pick this promo. And then came the Brandon Jacoby promo, and I was like, oh my god, this is one of the, like, it's so good. Jacoby is so funny. Like Matt said, it's so wholesome. I'm gonna pick this. And then yeah, of course, none of this is going to happen. I'm going to pick Marisol Ethan because I don't know if any other promo ever made me so emotional. I don't know. Maybe it's a little recency bias. Maybe I just don't remember. But this was like, this made me so happy and like emotional, and I cried so much, and I like to cry, so that's why I picked this promo. That's it.
Yeah, I'll just say that after that promo, it was awesome, but I was little worried to be honest. They really did, like Liam said, all the history of women in the league and stuff like that. And I thought to myself when that finished, oh my god, if Marisol doesn't win this, like after all this, that would be just such a letdown with all that build up.
Yeah, that's the additional pressure. Also, the interviews, like they were,
Yeah.
yeah,
Ethan
Yeah,
would
right.
be heel of the week for that.
Like I was actually wondering, like if Ethan wins, what will he say? I'm happy I win. You don't get your his, like even if he said like
It's
in
really
such a-
good it worked out like this. Let's just
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah, so I was worried. The promo was really good, but I was like, if this doesn't work out, this will be bad. Like this won't be good if this doesn't work out. Like yeah, but it was a phenomenal promo. It was the best promo of the week. But as I said, I think that every time when we will have a like pay-per-view, we will probably have that one as the best promo of the week, because Nerd Chronic does add something special to that pay-per-view promos every time, in my opinion. So yeah.
Yeah, Ben, do you
Okay.
want to ask your questions? We
Yeah.
we only have 2 matches to predict, so do it.
Yeah,
Don't give,
no,
don't
3,
give
but
it
yeah, 2
offense.
matches.
I,
We have time.
I just want to hear. I just want to hear in like your match, but I don't want defenses or anything because we are running out of time. What is the match that you are most excited to see now that we're in the sort of tail end of the Schmoedown season? Which match can be a potential match, can be a match that we are confirmed to have, but what is the match that you are most excited to see
I
coming up?
have two. One that
Like
will
10.
happen, and yeah, but I have one that I hope will happen, and one that will happen. Let's just say like that.
Oh, and
Start
will
with
you
Liam then.
tell us what it is or no?
Yeah, the one that will happen that I'm really excited about is Griffin Humes versus Josh Harris.
Oh, I forgot. Damn it.
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
that one from all from all the matches that I know that will happen, if I don't include like championship match between Chance and Marisol, but from all that I know that will happen is this one. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be great for Schmoedown. Two New York guys playing for the maybe rookie of the year, depending on how Harper does the rest of the season. But two of the New York guys playing in New York, both rookies. One of my favorite rookie in singles division plays in that, and yeah, that's the one that I'm most excited about, and the potential one the one that I really want to happen is Harper Gold Leader 2.
Oh my god, it was my one. Why did you
Yeah,
do it?
that's my that is we have potential to see it. I know he needs to beat Kelly for that, but I'm gladly willing to that for that to happen if I'm going to see Harper Gold Leader 2. And I really had feeling, as I said last week, that we will have a Gold Leader Dragon Con Killer, and I think it's going to happen. I just have that feeling. And yeah.
Depends on who I pick because there's and who Liam picks because there's someone who's
Yeah.
really good at picking Star Wars championship, and there's one person here who just doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Okay, sorry. I agree with Matt. I think Gold Leader Harper, if it happens, will be one of my favorites because their first match is one of my favorites. I love their like beef or whatever, or they're best friends. Are they like I don't know what's happening between them, but I love it. And for now, it's Chance Marisol. For now, from the matches I know about, because I'm really excited whoever wins this one. But I really hope Gold Leader Harper happens. Yeah, Liam?
So mine is Civil War, baby. Molly, Alex Damon. Like, I
Oh,
can't wait.
oh my god, so many good matches. Damn it.
Well, my number one is Marisol Chance, but I can't pick it because I don't know who I'm going to pick, and it's really stressing me out. So I can't. I'm not gonna pick. The other one, I can't remember who he's playing because I don't know. I can't remember what's happened in the brackets, but I really can't wait to see Scrimshaw back in Star Wars. I know he's in this tournament. I know he's got a very tough round one.
He's playing Gold Leader.
No, he's playing.
No, Matt, he's playing Gold Leader. He is.
Right?
Yeah.
Playing Gold Leader.
Oh, Jesus. That's going to be so hard. That is. Oh, no. That's not fair.
But
you get such tough round one opponents every time. No.
Yeah, it's probably going to be again sudden death, like perfect the whole time, sudden death, and then someone wins on a technicality, like Scrimshaw's last.
That's actually stress. That's
so
really
sorry for Scrimshaw and Gold Leader.
I was sure you were going to pick Scrimshaw until I saw Gold Leader play him.
Oh God, I don't even know now.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway. But I'm going to pick Molly Alex Damon.
Yeah. That's going to be awesome. Ben, what are your picks? What do you want to happen or want to see?
Okay, so definite match, Saul versus Robert Parker.
I like all of your picks.
I can't believe I missed Saul last week. I just had to put that. Yes. I can't believe I missed Saul. So awesome he came on, but I missed it. Oh, sorry.
He's probably like now after that he's my favorite competitor. No, look, he was always my pick for the finals. He was my pick to go spectacular. So quite frankly, I'm excited to see that, and I'm a little bit jealous that Shugs gets to see that live. But the other one, the potential one, is Janine versus Dan Murrell. To see that would be fantastic. I know who I would pick in that. I don't know who Teresa would pick, or Matt or Liam, but I know who I would pick. And I'm sorry, Teresa. So yes, that is about it. Shall we move on to predictions? I just want to Bateman versus Betty, Marisol Chance. Yeah.
So many great picks. Yeah. And Dagan Dream One, that Janine wins the tournament and goes against Marisol is so good. So yes, please. I wanted to say that it's ridiculous that I picked Saul for every match he played until this one with Parker, and that's the prediction he heard. So I'm like, dude, I picked you like 5 times this year. 5 times.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I love that.
I realized that
I was laughing so much.
Yeah, you would laugh. You're meanie like that. Let's go to predictions, guys.
Yes,
Liam, do you want to predict first one or second one?
Choo-choo. Oh, aboard the prediction train.
I'll go second one.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Okay.
everyone, we have
The
very
queen has to
competitive
wear her
prediction
crown,
league
by the way.
that
Oh, it's so close.
I'm still
It's
winning
so close.
right now. It's too close. It's not even funny how close it is. Damn it. And Liam and Matt are now tied for second place. I'm still the first, so that's great. I know everyone's happy about that.
Ben is happy as
Yeah.
long as I don't win. I know that.
That's true.
Rather
That's
you
true.
than Matt, Teresa. I gotta be honest. If it's not me, I'd rather it be you.
Everyone wants me to win.
Quite
So let's
frankly,
go. Let's go to it. We have the first match, which oh my god, I don't know what my picks are. Okay. So the first match is Nikki DiMalanta versus Ross Arsenal. Damn it. No. Oh. Normally I know who I'm picking. Yeah, you have to buy tickets for Prediction Train. I'm sorry, Justin. Thank you for giving me more time to think about this. Damn it. Oh no, I'm going to lose my lead this week. I'm picking Nikki. I don't know. I think Gross is going to be really great, and I know everyone keeps hyping him up. And like Thomas said a couple of times, he's a big part of the reason why Thomas is a champion right now. So yeah, that's great, but I want Nikki to win. So I'm going to pick Nikki.
Okay, so now it's me. I think I'm going to pick Ross. And I'm picking him because of Shug. It's hashtag blame Shug because he
Like
hyped
super
him.
people.
Like he hyped him good last week when he was on the show. He said that when we were breaking down the brackets, he braked every match, and he said that he heard from Saul and heard from like as you said, Thomas Harper, that he's a big reason of that Thomas is a champion now. So I think like he could do it. I just have a feeling he would do it, and it made it easy that you picked Nikki, Teresa. To be honest,
Yeah, I really didn't decide before the show. I normally do, but like
I would struggle more if you like actually picked Ross. I wouldn't know. I would probably go with Nikki then, but yeah, I'm going to pick him because I think it's a risk worth taking. That's why.
yeah, but imagine the future in which two DiMalantas win a belt in one season. I just like it too much. Oh, yeah. Also, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Nikki. Partly because Matt's picked Ross.
He sucked.
And no, I underestimated Nikki in her debut, and she really surprised me. And I feel like she can only get stronger. And she's had and I know Ross has played FCL, but she's had experience. She's played a match. It's not a lot to go on. Yeah.
But you have two rookies and one didn't have a match yet, so yeah. In them,
yeah. There's not a lot in it. I really like her as well, and so I just why not? I haven't got much more to say. Why not?
Ben?
Never doubting DiMalanta again. Nikki's my pick.
Yay!
Okay.
3 for Nikki, 1 for Ross. Okay. I didn't expect that, but I'm happy about it.
I did expect that if I pick Ross, Liam would pick Nikki, but I think he would pick Ross if I picked Nikki. To be honest, I think he would pick Ross if I picked Nikki. Well, but okay.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, but I picked Nikki, and I'm in the lead, so he could have picked against me. And historically, me and Ben, when we picked together, we are not doing so well. So I'm glad Liam is with us for this one. The next match
I
is
think
Mike
that this will
Kalinowski.
do well with this game.
Oh, we've done this one.
Yeah, we've done this one already. It's Kalinowski versus Paul Walter Hauser. We thought it's going to happen last week. And Liam was the only one to pick Paul Walter Hauser.
Boom, 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 boom.
So the next
I'm
match
sticking to
after
that.
that, yeah, I think it was kind of smart. And the next match is Ben Bateman versus Paige for Betty. So, yeah, I'm going to pick Bateman. I will. But I think Paige is so good that this could really happen. This could, like, I don't have it like 70 for Bateman, 30 for Betty. I have it like 55 for Bateman, 45 for Betty. Like, I think it's really close, and it will be really close. But I'm going to go with Bateman for this one. Liam.
So I've been getting pretty wild with my picks the last few weeks.
You are. I love it. I love it so much.
But I'm gonna. I genuinely think Bateman is gonna win, so I can't not pick Bateman. I think what happened in the Perry match is gonna give people a false sense of Ben. In a sense, I think people will think he's. Yeah, I think people are gonna think he may lose this because of what happened in the Perry match. But I think that was a warning for him, and I think he's gonna come back like really hard. So I can't not pick him. I just I have to pick Bateman. My heart, like my head is telling me it's going to be Bateman. Teresa, you get your head out the gutter.
Dude, you laughed too. Hey,
I was fine, and then you laughed, and it made me laugh. I wasn't even.
I'm such a child, I know.
Paige is great. Paige is really good, and she could absolutely do this. But I don't think we should take what happened with the Ben Perry match as Ben's going to now lose. I do think Ben's going to win this. So I'm the same. I'm picking the same as you all three this week. No, I'm not. I'm Hauser. That's good. I am different in one, so that's fine. Okay.
Now it's me. Well, I'm same as Liam. I really, I'll be honest. I want Paige to win, so I want Bateman to lose. I want her to win, because she's my favorite female competitor for me. But right now, but I think Bateman will do it. I think that tournament season is something that is really good on Bateman and his study tactics. So that's why I wouldn't feel comfortable right now picking Paige. So if I had like commanding lead, a little bigger lead, so I can risk it. Like for example, Liam had a pretty good lead on us, and I would risk that. I would pick Paige then, but I have to go with Bateman on this one. Liam did say all the reasons already, so don't have much to say on that. But I do think that whoever wins will have a tough time against Griffey Newms, as Deegan said.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I don't count out Horowitz here. Okay, that's not.
I agree with you, man. I agree with you, Liam. I agree.
I know. I have a feeling Griffey Newms will do pretty good things.
I might not be picking Griffey. I'm not sure, but I've got a sneaky suspicion about that Josh Horowitz. I'm telling you.
I agree.
As I said to you guys, we were a lot in our prediction league. We were the same in the quite a big part of the. I said to you guys, when the tournaments started coming, we will be different. Don't you worry, we will be different. Like there is too much good players playing each other, not to consider picking other ones. So yeah, that was pretty awesome.
What about you,
So
Ben?
we've lost Teresa, but I'm gonna go
And
with
Teresa is back.
hey, speak of the Queen. Yeah, I'm
sorry.
gonna go with
This will keep happening.
that's fun. That's fun. I'm going to go with Bateman as well. Like Matt said, he predicted a Shazam final. I predict a Danger Zone final. So yeah, unless Janine upsets Dan, but yeah, we'll see about. I think I have a gut feeling it's going to be a Danger Zone final.
Yeah, that sounds
Big pick.
like it could happen.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think that's it. Right?
so
And
are we
matches
done?
this week.
There's no
Yeah,
pay
no
per
more
view.
matches.
I don't. There's no pay-per-view this week, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm kind of glad about it, guys. Actually, I'll do less Schmoe stuff this week.
I'm likewise. I'm really busy. Anyway, I love a showdown, but
Me
it's,
too.
it's good
Me
to
too.
have a free game week
So much.
after this week. It was, it's very emotional.
Yes.
I need a break. But we still got some good matches.
Yeah,
I'm really
I
excited for the
watched live
Marshall one.
until 4 a.m. So yeah, break would be.
Oh, did you stay up?
Yeah, I stayed up for that. I knew that it's possibility that we will have Schmoe history, so I wanted to see it live. So
Yeah, I also wanted to see love, but then I decided to get drunk instead. So sometimes it happens. I just wanted to say, Keith is in the chat. He will be with us for the next episode. So everyone check it out next Sunday. Keith from This Week in the FCL will be on. Yeah.
Check it out,
So,
guys. Thank
will
you.
you take us out,
Okay.
DM?
Sure. Thanks everyone for joining us. It's lovely to be back, guys. I know I missed a really bland week of Euroschmo when nothing happened. No. The 1 week we had a competitor on and I couldn't make it. Not that I'm upset or jealous or anything, but really happy that you got to meet Sol and I wasn't there. Thank you, Shug, for bigging me up, because at the start of last week, Teresa was like, "You're so much better than Liam," and he was like, "No, I love that guy." So Shug, love you too, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can meet at some point. It's lovely to be back talking Schmoe down again with you all. The prediction league is really close, so I'm really excited to see what happens at the end of this week. There is a potential it could be a 3-way tie, because Matt's different in one match, I'm different in one match. So, that'll be it's so close. I love it,
guys. Could you imagine that we go to the spectacular tied, all three of us?
Nope.
We haven't even discussed that. If it's a 3-way tie, we all have to do each other's punishments, I think.
Yeah, we said it, and Ben has to do everything. Yeah, and Ben has to do everything.
Anyway, right, let's call it there. So thanks so much. We've had quite a few people in the chat tonight, and it's been really great to have you. We've had some new people, Dagan, Jay Wade, as over Thomas and Leo. Keith, it's great to see you. We'll see you next week on the show. I know Shug came on for a bit as well. Thanks everyone for joining in. We really appreciate it. All of the socials are in the chat. We're at Euroschmo on Twitter. You can find us all on the Facebook page. If you'd like to have a chat, I'm sure we'll reply. It'd be nice like that. And we'll be back next week, 8 p.m. European time, to discuss the week that was in Schmoetown. So thank you guys, and see you all next week. Now I'm going to stall.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.